Have you ever witnessed a situation where some people who are not related by blood, have no familial ties, and do not live in the same country, yet look exactly alike? This is a fascinating phenomenon that scientists are still dedicating significant time and effort to study. It is known as a doppelganger phenomenon. To explain it briefly, a doppelganger refers to a situation where two complete strangers with no blood relation possess faces that are strikingly similar. Some superstitious individuals even believe that doppelgangers are a sign of bad luck or the result of demons in disguise. Alternatively, according to ancient Egyptian mythology, people believed doppelgangers were twin spirits with identical consciousness and emotions. Of course, these beliefs lack scientific evidence and rely solely on spiritual or mystical factors to explain phenomena that humans have yet to fully understand. The term doppelganger originates from German, formed by combining doppel, meaning double, and ganger, meaning walker. It refers to individuals who coexist and possess identical appearances but have no familial or blood connection. According to the Merriam-Webster dictionary, this term was first used in 1796 by the writer Jean Paul. In his novel, Siebenkäs, Paul described a protagonist who swapped identities with a friend who looked exactly like him. Although the term doppelganger only became widely used after the 18th century, legends about doppelgangers have existed for thousands of years. In ancient Egyptian civilization, people with identical appearances were called ka. These individuals were considered ominous, seen as spirits sharing the same physical form. In Chinese culture, doppelganger pairs were referred to as yingzi. In the past, those who resembled the emperor were brought to the palace and trained to impersonate the ruler as stand-ins in case of emergencies or when the emperor's life was in danger. It must be said that it is not by chance that a phenomenon as supernatural as doppelgangers has emerged from legends and taken deep root in popular culture. This can only be the result of a reality that the world we live in today contains doppelgangers pairs with inexplicably similar appearances. The easiest place to find them is none other than social media platforms, where people upload billions of photos and videos featuring their faces every day. In 2021, Swifties, the fan community of Taylor Swift, excitedly shared a TikTok video showing the singer doing laundry in a traditional way. In the video, Taylor was seen rinsing her clothes in the bathtub with a bottle of Tide detergent beside her. Many people then mistakenly believed the singer never used a washing machine. However, what they didn't expect was that the person in the video was not Taylor. In fact, the TikTok account belonged to Ashley Leechin, a nurse from the state of Utah. Leechin bears such a striking resemblance to Taylor Swift that her own daughter, when young, thought her mother was on TV. Even patients at the hospital where she worked were often shocked when they first saw her enter their room. Taylor Swift's own mother acknowledged that Leechin looked remarkably like her daughter. Of course, she clarified that they have no blood relation whatsoever. Leechin is simply a doppelganger of Taylor. Next is the story of Charlie Chasin and Michael Malone, who met in 1997 at a concert in Atlanta, USA. They quickly became friends and soon realized that they had nearly identical faces. Chasin is of Lithuanian and Scottish descent, while Malone's parents come from the Dominican Republic and the Bahamas. Both, along with hundreds of other doppelganger pairs, participated in a project by Canadian photographer Francois Bruel called I'm Not a Lookalike. The project created a buzz on social media and attracted the attention of genetic researchers. After participating in Brunel's project, Malone and Chasin believed it was a means to connect people. The two remained friends for years afterwards. When Chasin got married, he chose to call his doppelganger friend first. While not everyone forms such close bonds, Malone believes Brunel's project is a way to connect everyone. Manuel Esteller, a molecular geneticist at the Carreras Leukemia Research Institute in Spain, examined the genetic similarities between the lookalikes described in this photo series by French-Canadian photographer Francois Bruel, which began in 1999. Bruel connected Esteller with doppelganger pairs from around the world, enabling the collection of their genetic samples. Esteller and his team spent 4 years researching and comparing genetic data before publishing their results in 2022. The research team used 3 facial recognition algorithms, similar to those used by police for identification, to find the most similar-looking pairs. The genomes of these doppelgangers were directly compared along with their epigenomes, chemical changes to DNA that affect how it is expressed, and microbiomes. The microbial ecosystem considered a second genome alongside DNA. The study revealed that, despite entirely different epigenomes and microbiomes, doppelgangers indeed share specific segments of their genetic makeup. The genetic sequence controlling traits like bone structure and skin pigmentation, which influence facial appearance, were found to be similar in the human genome. These sequences include single nucleotide polymorphisms, SNPs, where a single DNA base pair has different variants across the population, and doppelgangers share these variants. Genetic comparisons ensured that these extremely similar individuals were indeed unrelated, and their physical and genetic similarities were entirely coincidental. By providing what lookalikes share certain genes, Esteller hopes to advance diagnostic science by using facial recognition technology to diagnose rare genetic diseases in children early. Another scientist who used Brunel's project as a foundation for scientific research is Nancy Segal, a psychology professor at California State University, Fullerton, and the director and founder of the Twin Studies Center. Her research focuses on twins, but upon learning about Brunel's project, she saw an opportunity to address a controversial scientific topic. Segal noted, "Some scientists believe that the personality similarities in twins are not due to shared genetics, but because people treat them similarly based on their appearance. If their claim is correct, then doppelgangers should also share personality traits, as they are like twins raised apart." Segal approached lookalikes from Brunel's photo series, as well as a few she met in real life, administering personality tests to measure openness, conscientiousness, extroversion, agreeableness, and emotional stability. Their scores were compared to those of other twin pairs. Segal found that doppelgangers were unlikely to share the same personality traits. They also differed when Segal measured their self-esteem. She concluded, "These unrelated lookalikes truly have very different personalities." Dr. Esteller also concluded that the prevalence of doppelgangers suggests their appearance is more closely tied to DNA than their living environments. To some extent, their similarity is a matter of chance, driven by the growing human population. Olivier Elemento, director of the Englander Institute for Precision Medicine at Weill Cornell Medicine in New York, agrees with this view. He stated, "The phenomenon of doppelgangers sharing similar genomes seems to stem from genetic factors." He added that, one day, this research could support forensic science. If successful, scientists might be able to reconstruct the face of a criminal or victim from DNA samples. However, Daphne Marchenko, a researcher at Stanford's Center for Biomedical Ethics, advises caution when applying this research to such fields. She has observed numerous cases where facial recognition algorithms have unintentionally reinforced racial biases in religious institutions, workplaces, and criminal records. In conclusion, the probability of encountering a perfect doppelganger in real life is extremely low, 1 in a trillion. However, if you let your intuition guide you, there is about a 0.7 chance that someone out there truly has a face and appearance relatively similar to yours. So, is the doppelganger phenomenon real or merely a legend? It seems to depend entirely on the standards you set. whether based on measurements, numbers, or simply intuition? Which humans are notoriously prone to being misled by? What about you? Have you ever met your doppelganger? Leave your thoughts in the comments sections and share this video to explore more mysteries surrounding our lives. Don't forget to hit the like and subscribe to stay updated with more exciting content.